Okay, that's it all reinstalled now. Bit of a fiddle to get it back in, but it really isn't that hard. Just watch what you do taking it off, do the opposite, put it back on. Nice new air filter in there now. Don't really quite see it, but that's going to see me to the next service. Jobs are good. Just incidentally, lots of XR owners have had this issue, the tank swelling up. This is the second tank I've had for this. It happened on the first bike, on the first tank when I first got it. They gave me a new tank and a new cover, and now I've just gone to put this tank back on, or put this cover back on, and that tank is swollen as well, and that cover's not going down. So next time I'm at the dealer, this is going back for another tank. These have been swelling up because of fuel costs, makes them soft or something and makes them swell up in the heat. It's just a stupid, pathetic, sad, stupid thing, and I can't believe that they've allowed it to happen. And that's the second one, so this time I want a better solution, so I'll follow up that later on. But for now, we're going to do the service. Bolted that down again, that's all done nice, but this should click down. That should be a nice tight joint, about 2mm. There's a little clip up here, should snap into that slot, but you can stand on that and it ain't going anywhere. It's like this is too small or that's too big. This is what's happened because it's swollen up. So that's another stupid problem, and that's going to be dealt with. To be quite honest, I'm disgusted with that. That's a stupid thing to happen, and if it swells up and gets soft, could it leak in years to come? When the warranty's out, are we going to have this issue? So I'll be dealing with that in future. Right, now that we've got that far, coming back under, here's our oil. Let's get back down here. Oil's finished draining. So what I'm going to do is just now, I'm going to bung that back in its little slot. I'm not going to clip it in because there's a little instruction in the book, whether or not it's relevant or not, I don't know, but I'm going to do it because the book says to do it, and that's that when you fill up with fresh oil, you're supposed to take that out, bleed a bit off to take the air out of this tube, because something about the air then feeds up into the tank, cavitates the oil pump. Don't know if it does it, sounds a bit odd to me, but the book says it, so I do it. So that's just going to stay like that for now. That'll stay in there nice and firm, that ain't going anywhere. There's the clip, that will go back on in a minute. So now this, I'm going to do the filter now. So move the oil around, just a quick check of the oil. It's always worth having a good look at it to make sure there's anything metallic in it. And looking at that, it's just clean, well, dirty but smooth oil, no bits of swarf, no nothing, no lumps in it, no nothing. But it's a 5,000 mile engine, it doesn't want to be. Right, so filter time. This is the old doofus here. Now normally you have one of those caps that goes on and unscrews it. I haven't got one, so I'm going to use a big pair of grips, grab that and get it off. And as you can just quickly show you on this K&M one, this has a rather convenient spanner head. You might have seen these before. It's got a 19mm socket, 3/4 socket mill head on the top, so that's really convenient for getting it off next time. So that's going on. Let's quickly do that. Get that down here. There's usually a bit of spill off, but not much. It's a dry sump engine, so there's not a lot. There might be a little bit up in the head. And these don't have a leak back or drain back valve, so any oil should have gone back through that and downwards. So we're going to just get that changed now and put that one on. Right, so that's loose now. Just use them big old grips. I haven't got the proper tools, but tools is tools. That's now loose. Spin that off. Takes about half a pint. Just drain that out. Bit of a mess. It's going to leave that in there for now. That will make a bit of a mess all over everything. There's really nothing you can do about that, but you can get in there with that little wipe. Just check the seat, have a little look around there, make sure there's no nicks or cuts in the seat. Have a little feel around the thread, make sure the thread's not got any burrs on it, and I think that's all nice. We've got our new K&N filter there. Now it says put 120 cc's of oil in, yeah whatever, I just dolloped a bit in there, and you can just oil up that gasket. Obviously there's a lot of oil on there, so that'll help it slide on. And there's a prescribed tightness. There's a lot of people over time, I mean that thing then, that took 2 hands and a lot of grunting to get it undone. The prescribed method in our Harley book is get it till it's hand tight, that's it there, and then it's on our socket, it's 1/2 to 3/4 of a turn. So there's 1/2 and there's 3/4. That's it. Don't over tighten it. You'll never get it off, and you'll just mince the seal or mince the thread. And can you imagine the grief if you split that thread in there? It would just be a nightmare. So that's that replaced. It's as simple as that. Easy job. And when that has to come off, it's just a socket, da-de-da. I don't know why the dealer doesn't put that socket head on there. It just seems common sense. It's on all the K&M ones, £8 on eBay, and they're about 12 quid. So whatever. This has a plastic cap which takes it off. I've seen them slip, so I just use them. They do just puts a few bites in it, but that's the job done. So that's your oil change, your oil filter changed. We're ready to top up with a new oil. The air filter's changed. These are the main things to change. All the rest on the service is just checks, which I'm just going to go through front to back, torque wrench, etc. Make sure that they're right. So I'm going to clean this up now. We're going to top up the oil.